Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about Uranus as it's about to change signs, and it's going to go into the sign of Taurus. Uranus stays in a sign for about 7 years, but it takes about 84 years to transit through all 12 signs of the zodiac. So what you're looking at is by the time you're 84 years old, Uranus will return back to the position it was when you were born. So Uranus is the planet of change. Bottom line, it's a planet of changes. It's a planet that deals with sudden, unexpected results and events. It's kind of scary in the respect that it's sudden, unexpected, unpredictable. But Uranus has some really amazing things about it. Let me tell you one thing it does rule that I absolutely love is astrology. So as it rules astrology, it deals with the future. It deals with awakenings. It deals with being awakened. It deals with what's on the cutting edge, inventions, and even knowing the future. This is all what Uranus is about. It also rules such things as electricity and lightning, energy, vibration, frequency. This is Uranus energy. And another thing, I call it the Great Awakener. When things happen with Uranus, definitely you're shocked and you're awakened. It's kind of a difficult energy, to say the least, when it hits a planet, because it hits with a shock. And you know, many people are afraid of change because it will change things and shake things up. Absolutely. I'll show you with some of the events that it caused previously in the past. But before I continue on, I want to remind everyone to sign up for my free newsletter. Go to galacticcenter.org and you will get all of my predictions delivered to your email once a week, absolutely free. While you're there at my website, don't forget to look at my Patreon, all the things that it offers. I mean, really, it is such a deal. I am live Zoom classes with everyone weekly, predicting the future together with other people, as well as you get my magazine free, as well as you'll be put in the running for a free reading with me. So check out all the opportunities with my Patreon. That's all on my website, galacticcenter.org. Now, last but not least, don't forget my Galactic Planner. If you want all the predictions from your personal chart delivered to your calendar on your phone, this is for you. Go to galacticplanner.com. and have the guidance of the stars in the palm of your hand every day on your phone in your calendar. So another thing is, I'm going to be referring a lot to my book, World Predictions 2024 to 2042, What is Our Future? Because in this book, I have a lot of the events where Uranus was in Taurus, where it's about to go here on March 18th. March 18th, Uranus will go into the sign and stay there. Now, as I said before, it was there already during the summer months, particularly in July. While it was in Taurus, it was around 1-2 degrees, which is conjunct the most vile fixed star, it's called demonic, in the heavens, a gull. A gull represents, I mean, it's definitely demonic, and it deals with decapitation, and it's nasty. When Uranus and Mars conjoined on that marking, that was the near assassination of Trump. And all sorts of heavy things were going on during that time. That's the power of that point in Taurus. Now, Uranus is going to go back there in April. It's going to be back at that degree marking where it was in July. So be aware. And Uranus will be in Taurus. Like I said, it stays in a sign for 7 years between March 18th, and it will change July 7th of 2031, and that's when it's going to go into Gemini. But from March 18th, 2025, right now, through July 7th of 2031, it will be in Taurus. Now, let me tell you about some of the events last time that it was in Taurus, around 80 some odd years ago. And the first one I want to talk about was the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Uranus was around 23 degrees of Taurus. That degree marking is always substantial, always something very difficult happens. As a matter of fact, Saturn was around that degree marking on September 11th. 2001. Jupiter was at that marking during the time of the Tiananmen Square massacre in China. And Jupiter has been there before on some major other events. But let me tell you, another one where Jupiter, I believe, was there, I'm looking it up in this book right now, was when Hiroshima was bombed. So Hiroshima bombing, let me see. Now that happened, of course Uranus was in Taurus during that time. Hold on, let me see. But I think Jupiter was also there, and let me see. It was 146. No, Mars was there with Uranus. Okay, but Uranus was 23 degrees of Taurus during that time. And Pearl Harbor, let's see, Pearl Harbor was another one that had to be 117. Yes, Pearl Harbor was when Jupiter was 23 degrees of Taurus. Uranus was 4 degrees of Taurus. And here is what I want you to know. Uranus is going to be 4 degrees of Taurus again this year, 2025, and into 2026. I suspect with Uranus being in Taurus, we are going to have a catastrophic event here in the United States again. There will be an attack. And I certainly hope that there is protection that is put up. Knowing what I know from the past, you see, astrologically, we can go back and review what happened before. It can give us a better idea of what could happen again. And then again, how we could prevent things in the future. And hopefully, these catastrophic things can be prevented. Uranus in Taurus. Now, this is a very, very difficult part of the zodiac. There is the Pleiades here. There are some fixed stars, a gull here. And of course, Aldebaran. All these fixed stars are heavy placements for Uranus to be going over for the next 7 years. So you will feel a definite shift in the air energetically when Uranus shifts this month, March 18th. And throughout the coming months, be aware that we are in a crucial place. As a matter of fact, I am going to look up in the ephemeris when Uranus is going to be 4 degrees again, because this is a very treacherous time. I'm looking at June of 2025 when it will be 4 degrees of Taurus. And that was during the attack on Pearl Harbor. And I just want to say, we have got to be careful looking at this. Okay, let me look it up again, because I know Pearl Harbor was the time Uranus was there. And Jupiter was 23 degrees and Uranus was 4 degrees. So remember, that was when America was attacked, and actually that was the beginning of the United States' involvement in World War II. This happened way before. This was 1941. And then by the time of the bombing of Hiroshima, that is where the end of the war came. And gosh, we can't really look back and second guess any of that stuff. All I know is where the planets are, we have to take heed and be careful. And I'm telling you, Uranus in the sign of Taurus is going to be treacherous for the world and the United States particularly. But Uranus rules astrology. And one thing I found that when Uranus conjoined my sun in my 5th house is when I found my teacher for the first time back in the 70s and got into astrology. And I find so many people that start my school, they have Uranus on their sun or their moon. This is when they have an interest in astrology. Uranus rules astrology. It also rules aircraft and airplanes and inventions of the future. So during this time, we're going to find new inventions and moving forward with future events and travel, different ways of traveling, and opening up of the heavens and the skies and everything that's different out there in space. This is Uranus energy. So I just want to say, take caution. This year of 2025 could be historic in many ways, dealing with an attack, particularly in the United States. So I hope this can be avoided with this great knowledge of astrology, going back in time, understanding what happened before to heal the future. So with that, I think I'll close. Remember, if you would like more information on me, you can go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org. And don't forget, if this has inspired you to learn Vedic astrology, you have Uranus conjuncting one of your planets, go to my university website, which is universityofvedicastrology.com. Thank you.